right here. We ain't going nowhere. Yeah. We still in Morocco, and we still ain't found a chosen prophet or apostle. And we still see rappers die every day like Pop Smoke. They gon' do you like P&B Rock at Roscoe's. Ain't take off, the chain don't take off. We still got shot though. Gotta bite my tongue on this one. Wanna say a lot though. For real, I wanna say a lot though. Yeah. We still in Morocco. Yeah. But we still on the block though. And we still getting chased by the cops though. And we still gotta slide on the house road. Cause when you live fast, you gon' die slow. What I live for, I'ma die for. When you live fast, you gon' die slow. I just hope I die in Morocco. Yeah. We still in Morocco. And we still screaming free El Chapo. Still need a plug like Pablo. Got a guy that's look like a motto. She mulatto. Same thing that I live for, it's what I die for. It's survival. Still gang cause it's tribal. You can never leave the streets behind you. With so many ops and rivals, I sleep with it with my eyes closed. Locked up where the time go. Back out, now you grind slow. Money funny, we ain't laughing though. Wearing guns like fashion though. The Black Mobs, Black Capone, Crip Jesus book, chapter 1. We still in Morocco. But we still on the block though. And we still getting chased by the cops though. And we still gotta slide on the house road. When you live fast, you gon' die slow. What I live for, I'ma die for. When you live fast, you gon' die slow. I just hope I die in Morocco. Yeah. And the empire of Morocco seized the devil and bound him for 1,000 years, throwing him into the bottomless pit forever and ever. Amen. We still in Morocco, but we still on the block though. And we still getting chased by the cops though. And we still gotta slide on the house road. When you live fast, you gon' die slow. What I live for, I'ma die for. When you live fast, you gon' die slow. I just hope I die in Morocco. Yeah. Amen. Peace to the divine family. It's the blue God, the true God. And I come here to play no games or waste no time with y'all. I know what y'all came for, to learn about the tribe of Jesus. Who ever heard of Jesus being a tribe? Who knows what the tribe of Jesus is? Some people I ask, they say it's the Israelites. Some people say it's the God people, Jerusalem people. Some people say it's to this, it's to that. But I never hear anybody say it's the Egyptians. The closest I hear them say to the Egyptians is maybe some people know about the Coptics. And a lot of times they think I'm talking about the Ethiopian Coptics, not the ones in Egypt. So y'all got 30 seconds real quick. Tell me the name of Jesus' tribe. It's a city and all that in Egypt, but it's got a name to it. Can anybody tell me before we even start this, to let y'all know I'm not playing, because there might be some people down there. I'm gonna let y'all know. This is a pre-record. This ain't a live. So put it down in the comments. I'm gonna be right there in the comments responding and all that. But yeah, let me know if you know about this tribe of Jesus. Well, if you have a copy of the Blue Bible, you should know this already. Even if you haven't read only but the first chapter, you should know this already, because this book is scientific, y'all. So as soon as you get inside of it, remember, Crips need justice too. So this was about a Crip, someone that's dead mentally. Remember, a Crypt is something that's dead that's waiting to be resurrected. Crypt, C-R-Y-P-T. We're all crypts in that way. We're all the ancient royal bloodlines waiting to be resurrected. Like when you see the Egyptian mummies in their tomb, that's called a crypt. They're waiting to be resurrected. Tales from the Crypt. We're all those Crips, whether we're Bloods, GDs, Vice Lords, 6, 5, Zo, whatever, all that crap. Just street niggas, period. Prostitutes, hookers, hoes, all that. We're all Crips waiting that need justice. Not in the form of going to jail, but in the form of learning the truth. But when I started off, I was just a Crip as a blue rag needing justice. See, you evolve from that all the way to the holy blue waters at the end of the blue light that you find that they talk about in masonry, that blue light. The real blue light, though. So look, right here in the introduction, it breaks down, you know what I mean, how I got the name, how I was running around LA, what I went through, what I was teaching in the four corners of the country. But then you get to this page. This shows you that 2017 years after the one they call Christ, I came in the name of the most divine. That's why it says my name is Jesus, my name is justice. Through my name you will find justice, knowledge of self. King El Allah, Shabaka El Mahdi, the 25th scientist. Woo, that's deep. But before we get into all that, you see right here, Crip, first name for the gang, but it says the last name Jesus represents my bloodline as a descendant of the lost tribe of Jesus, Beni Amran. In history books, we are called Armana, the 18th dynasty of Egypt. We are divine. We are gods. The Armana dynasty, the 18th dynasty of Egypt, Beni Amran, that means I'm telling y'all that the bloodline of Jesus goes to these people. These are the family of Jesus. You can't tell me that's not deep. I'm not telling y'all that this is Jesus. I'm telling y'all that Jesus is real. I know a lot of y'all want me to get up here and say he's fake, but for all y'all 5%ers, he's in our lessons. Power degree of the 1 through 14. Why did we take Jerusalem from the devil and how long ago? Because one of our righteous brothers who was a prophet by the name of Jesus was buried there. He used his name to shield his dirty religion, which is called Christianity. Jesus' teaching was not Christianity. It was freedom, justice, and equality. The name Jerusalem was given by the Jews. Jerusalem is in Palestine, Asia Minor. The name Jerusalem was given by the Jews and means founded in peace. Jerusalem was built by the originals Jebus, Salem, and Ariel. We took the city from the devil about 750 years ago. Okay? Jesus is all through the teachings of the Circle 7 Quran. As a matter of fact, Jesus, they have the 18 missing years of Jesus' life in the Circle 7 Quran. And Noble Drew Ali actually learned this in Egypt. Check this out. Now, this was a group of Egyptians, King Tut, or Emperor Tut-Ankh-Aman, who was originally Tut-Ankh-Aton of the sun. They taught of one God, and they taught of mastering the study and the science of that one God through understanding our relationship with the sun, moon, and stars. They taught an original form of Islam, and they got ran out of Egypt for teaching about that one God because everybody else had about 360 something gods. Same thing happened with Moses. Same thing happened with Enoch. These were all leaders in Egypt or of the Egyptian bloodline, the royal native Egyptian bloodline, that were forced out of the Nile River area because of their teachings. Moses, that's a family name. Amos, Thutmoses, Ramoses. Then later they would be called Muslims, Moors, Muslim, the Muslims. That's why in the Moorish Science Temple of America, it's spelled Muslim. Now, I don't use Google, y'all. I actually study these things. I actually go down to temples and study. This is Moorish literature. It's not a book I ordered from the internet. Shout out to Temple number 80, the Grand Sheikh, Z. Dolphin L, and the Grand Governess, Cynthia Smith L of Temple number 80, right here in South Central. Now, this piece of this Moorish literature, all writings directly from Prophet Noble Drew Ali himself, reveal certain things. If you go to page 44 of your Moorish literature, you'll see you'll see number 35, the 35th piece of literature, where Noble Drew Ali refers to himself as Professor Drew. So when he's in his highest form of initiation, where he actually has the title Noble, and he actually earned the term Ali. But even before all that, he was already a professor. He'd already earned a PhD. He was Professor Drew. And underneath that, it says the Egyptian adept student, with his address is 181 Warren Street, Newark, New Jersey. That's where Canaanite Temple 1, where he started Canaanite Temple 1 in Newark, New Jerusalem. New Jersey's New Jerusalem. Newark is New Ark. This was the new Ark of the Covenant, a new covenant he was making with Allah for our people. First thing it says is, I am a Muslim. So even as an Egyptian adept student and a Muslim does not contradict. They are the same people. When you get initiated into the true teachings of the Egyptian adepts, you become a Muslim. This is when you go back to the lessons of the 5%, when it says, can the devil fool a Muslim? Not nowadays. You mean to say that he fooled them 379 years ago? They're not talking about a Muslim, the little Arab dude you see bowing down. They're talking about a Muslim, the initiate into the Egyptian adept sciences. Moslem. Professor Drew is a man who was born with divine power. He was taught the adepts of Egypt. I have the secret of destroying the germs of tuberculosis and cancer of the lungs in 10 to 30 days. He learned this as the Egyptian adept, as a Muslim, fasting and all that. The different natural herbs and sciences of the original people. He also gave the divine instructions and interpretations of the Bible from Genesis to Revelations. Also have 18 years of Christ's life that is silent to your holy Bible for all those who desire to know more about Jesus the Christ. He received 18 years, the 18 missing years of Jesus' life were held secret in Egypt. And he went there and got initiated and got this information and brought it back to America to show and prove the true bloodline of Jesus. And I came 100 years later and revealed the prophecy that's in the Bible and the Quran of the bloodline of Jesus being resurrected. 2017 years after Christ. I'm the first one to lead the way. This is the bloodline that makes us Aboriginal, makes us related to the original, the true Hebrews, not the ones that converted. All of that, bro. The Moors, long before Tariq ibn Ziyad went into Europe in 711 AD. That's what they're going to tell you the Moors was. This is 2,000 years before Christ that we went to Europe. That Pharaoh Akhenaten's daughter, Princess Mary Aten, went up there after the fall of King Tut Ankh-Aman. That's all in the Blue Bible. Get your Blue Bible, breaks all that down. Okay? So, right now we're going to take y'all we're going to initiate you into God body is.
God is up there somewhere, keeping notes on all of us.
Now, I don't believe that there's somebody sitting in the sky with his feet propped up on top of the world called God. I believe that God is the presence of good that is within each individual person, whether he knows it or not. The presence of God, the presence of all good, the potential of good is within each individual and not in the sky somewhere. I usually say, when you find the heaven that is within you, then you will find yourself in heaven. Not until then, because heaven and hell are both states of mind. When a person is in a very doubtful and negative state of mind, he's always going to catch hell. But when the individual finds the heaven, the harmony, the God, the good, the love that is resident in his own being, then he begins to experience heaven. We are taught that either God or the devil are responsible for what happens to us. I teach that the individual is responsible for his condition. The responsibility for our lives does not lie with some deity in the sky, but it lies with the God power within each one of us.
That is what I teach, and that is what my greatest ancestor, Jesus himself, known as Isa when he was here, taught. And I'll prove it to you right here in the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 21. It is written that Isa said, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of God is within you. And he said unto the disciples, the days will come when ye shall desire to see one of the days of the Son of Man, and ye shall not see it. The kingdom of God is within you. He's telling you the day is going to come when you're looking for me and you're not going to be able to find me. You're not going to see me. You're going to have to look within. See right there, it says Crip Jesus, author of the Blue Bible. At first I was reading his Bible, in his Quran, in his science teachings. And I didn't realize that within me was the teachings that liberate my people, my homies. Not the Crips as in the blue rags, the Crips. All of those that realize that they come from ancient royal bloodlines and they're sitting there dead, dormant, waiting to be awakened. Those that's tired of just saying, yeah, I know that the black man, the black woman, and we're divine. Those that want to know how God eats, how God speaks, how God sleeps, where God is from, where God lives, who's God's children, who's God's kids, who was with God. We got the answer for you. The lost tribe of Jesus. Yes, the lost tribe of Jesus. Well, hold on. So you see right there where it said the website, www.cripjesusjesus.com. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. You feel what I'm saying? Instagram at Holy Crip Jesus, HOLYCRIPJESUS. Twitter, Crip Jesus Blue God, CRIPJESUSBLUGOD. You feel what I'm saying? And you can even tap in for you. We got all type of products on deck, including the my bad. Can you hear me, y'all? You see it? The Moroccan umbrellas. You know what I mean? We're not looking for a church to free us. We're not looking for the government to free us. We freeing ourselves. Alhamdulillah for that, man. We freeing ourselves, baby, and we feel good about it, all right? That part, okay? So tap in for your Moroccan umbrellas, and let's get these industrious acts on the road. Okay? And let's get y'all what y'all been waiting for. That's right. The lost tribe of Jesus, the tribe of Jesus is going down. And before we do this, let me initiate y'all into the Black Illuminati. You know, when you're a black man in America, you gotta make something out of nothing, baby. You gotta wiggle, you gotta move, you gotta finesse, you gotta tap in. That part. Gold chains, heads wrapped like a Saudi. Tap in with the lokes. We the Black Illuminati. We be posted at Leimert Park, hustling, catching bodies. A dripping OT. Thirsty peaches flew to Saudi. Money schemes, my niggas had dreams of riding Bugattis. Now it's 4-finger rings supreme with kings around me. Watch me turn the metaphysical to physical. It's not just lyrical, it's literal. These guns get rid of you, the spiritual. Spit out, let drip off a nigga lip, but get up in you and rip you up like 100 hollow tips. Bismillah, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Elijah Muhammadeen. Had a dream last night on some other shit. Farrakhan and Malcolm X pulled up in the mothership, talking about UFOs, black kings and queens that was rich as fuck, swimming in pools of gold. But niggas like you don't wanna hear that though. You were descended of one of them snitches or dudes that told the white man about all the fucking Jews and gold. And that's how everybody in the crew got sold. Fucking blabbermouth, I don't like his type. Pull that ratchet out, we tapping in. All these bitch niggas doing is tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out. Gold chains, heads wrapped like a Saudi. Tap in with the lokes. We the Black Illuminati.
So you see that one? Yeah.
Oh, we back at it.
That's that one, yeah. Back at it. In the hood entertainment. You feel me?
Night, man.
That part.
You never know what's gonna bring.
Yeah, well, I ain't know if it's in the hood music, in the hood clothing. That's where they go. In the hood entertainment. It's in the hood entertainment.
It's everything.
So get your copy of the Blue Bible. So you can keep up because we're going deep every day. We're not playing. On page 71, which is God's knowledge of the gods, on the third paragraph, it says, the Quran also reveals the name of the tribe of Jesus. In Islam, the prophet Jesus' mother is named Maryam ibn Imran. The name Imran is the title of the third surah, Ali Imran, which is the Bani Imran tribe. The Bani Amran tribe. Their physical location is today named Tel El Amarna. The city was built by Pharaoh Akhenaten. In the Bible, the name is spelled Amram in the book of Exodus 6:20, chapter 6, verse 20, and is listed as the father of Moses. That's a lot of information right there, bro. So I just connected Imran with Amran in the Bani Amran in the tribe of Moses. So let's look some of this stuff up. Since y'all like Google so much, let's first look up, what's the first thing I cited? In the Islam, the prophet Jesus' mother is named Maryam ibn Imran. The name Imran is the title of the third surah, Ali Imran, which is the Bani Imran tribe. Let's type that in. Okay. Bani Imran tribe. I know what it is, but this is just for me to show and prove to y'all, so y'all don't think I just be making this stuff up. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. Booyah. Here we go. Amarna. I typed in Bani Amran tribe. What popped up? Amarna. The name Amarna comes from the Bani Amran tribe that lived in the region and founded a few settlements. The ancient Egyptian name was Akhenaten. Originally, this place was called Akhenaten for Pharaoh Akhenaten. So y'all see right there on the cover, on the thumbnail, why I got the picture of Akhenaten in this empty city right here. It is the only ancient Egyptian city which preserves great details of its internal plan, in large part because the city was abandoned after the death of Akhenaten, when Akhenaten's son, King Tut-Ankh-Aman, decided to leave the city and return to his birthplace in Thebes, modern-day Luxor. Woo, we getting a lot of information right here, y'all. Let me click this picture. Is this starting to make sense to y'all? It's an empty city still there right now with all of our mysteries and legacies and prophecies right there, bro. Why are we not living this right now? Why are we not here enjoying this right now? Who are these people? Was this really about all of us? Jesus is for all of us. Chinese Jesus, Japanese Jesus, and all the different Jesuses. Or was this about a specific group of people with a specific destiny? I think it's what I just said, okay? So here goes Amarna right here. But is it called Amarna? No, it's called Tel El Amarna. The city of Amarna. Oh, it gets deep, y'all. Yeah, so I said right here, their physical location is today named Tel El Amarna. Armana or Amarna? Which one? It's Amarna. Amarna. So if it's a misspelling in the book, that means I got the other version. I got to redo it. You know, this book. I'm about to give y'all the other version too. All y'all that got the first version for the $40, y'all in. Now, the city was built by Pharaoh Akhenaten. In the Bible, the name is spelled Amram in the book of Exodus, chapter 6, verse 20, and is listed as the father of Moses. Woo! So what I'm showing and proving here to y'all is that the father of Moses is not this name, right? This name goes back to the name Amun-Ra. It's different variations of how you pronounce it. Amarna, Amun-Ra. But the point is, he's the great ancestor. There's many people named after him. Amun-Ra, Armana, Amun-Ra, Rahman. But the point is, it's this name and this city and these people who are the ancestor of Moses, who are the ancestor of Jesus, who are the ancestor of the ones that we worship as the gods. Let me show and prove this. Exodus
20. We don't play no games here, man. Exodus 6:20. There it go. And Amram took him Jochebed, his father's sister, to wife, and she bare him Aaron and Moses. In the years of the life of Amram were 137 years. 20 Amram, okay, verse 20, Amram took as his wife Jochebed, his father's sister, and she bore him Aaron and Moses. The years of the life of Amram being 137 years. Now, for those that know supreme mathematics, y'all know that's the knowledge and the understanding of the gods. That's the master God. 13:7. Knowledge, understanding, God. ABG. Allah born is God in the flesh. Come on, man. But who are these people? Is this just a bunch of metaphors? Yeah, a lot of people try to say, man, they just talking about the sun, man. The white man wants you to be an atheist and say they're just talking about the sun. Believe in the devil. Believe in Baphomet is not evil. Satan is not evil. Lucifer is not evil. Believe in this. They tell you they don't believe in God, but then they believe in the devil. How you gonna believe in the devil and not believe in God? So it ain't that you don't believe in God, you believe in God's enemy. And they know who God is because they want to murder us all because they know that we the gods. And I'm gonna prove it to you. That is why Vladimir Putin has been pulling out the pictures of Jesus, because the Eastern Catholics are the original ones that converted to Christianity. That was Constantine in them. When they converted to Christianity, they had meetings with the Egyptians, the Council of Nietzsche and all that. They were with Anthasius. They were with Saint Nicholas, who they call Santa Claus now, the original Moorish, all these Moorish teachers and men who taught them the science that they used to create Christianity. Those are the tribes of the gods. Those are known as the Coptics. You see them in Ethiopia and you see them in Egypt, all in East Africa along the Nile River. The point is, what Putin did when he put out these pictures was showing that the bloodline of Jesus is a real thing, a real people, and he knows who they are, and he knows that America is against them. That's why he banned the LGBT stuff. That's why he banned the trans stuff. I don't like to say the gender because I like to say the trans. They keep you in a mental trance. That's what it really is. He banned the trans stuff, and he was exposing who the real gods are, because it's about that time. Now let me expose this for y'all while I get ready to show y'all deeper the lost tribe of Jesus. It's not a game, y'all. It's really real.
I am the sun, and this is the west. Crip Jesus. Yeah.
Dread to God, to God. Dread to God, to God. Dread to God, to God. Dread to God, to God.
Niggas ain't ready for revelations. This the Bible last few pages. This when God sit down with Satan. This the last secret of the Masons. This the moment Eve met the snake in. This the resurrection of your savior. This the last warning to the nations. Beware of the bombs they be detonating. I'm getting hand smoking bomb while a nigga waiting for them to blow this bitch up and leave on a spaceship. I've been anxious, waiting and waiting for all of my killers that stuck on plantations. You call that shit prison, we call that shit slavery. You cannot confuse me, these devils can't break me down. Hold up, we do not want reparations. Tell them devils keep their pieces of paper. We want back the land, we want back our culture. We want them to get the fuck out of our faces. We want them to get the fuck out of our nation. Tired of catching these cases, the running, the chasing, the beating, the macing, the kicking, the tasting. The police say haters, even the black ones is racist. They wanna murder us all. That's cause they know we the guns. We in the sky with the stars. Alhamdulillah. They wanna murder us all. That's cause we young and we born. That's cause we shining so hard. Allahu Akbar. Yeah. Just make the trap say amen. Man, look at all these black faces. You know we the lost tribe of Jacob. This ain't gospel, this ain't Kirk Franklin. It's the real nigga, you been waiting. It's the moment Goliath fell of David. This was written in the pyramid by the sages. Niggas ain't ready for reparations. The someone is stole. The white man flew out of space and he see faces carved in the planets like Mars. The scripture of they face in lips was like ours. You know the black man is God. Arm, leg, arm, head spells Allah. Every time you see me make a wish, I'm a star. Yeah, that's a bar. They wanna murder us all. That's cause they know we the gods. We in the sky with the stars. Alhamdulillah. They wanna murder us all. That's cause we young and we born. That's cause we shining so hard. Allahu Akbar. Revelations, all shall be revealed. There is no beginning, there is no ending. This is just one part of it. They want to murder us all. That's because they know we the God.
I don't want to hear a bunch of dudes saying, man, we know this already, man. Dr. York and them told us this, man. No. Everybody has been hiding real Islam from y'all. Everybody. And the reason why I've been on channel after channel after channel after conscious channel, and they don't talk about this tribe is because, like I said in the Blue Bible, this was a prophecy that I would come and reveal this to y'all. Because even those who tell you Benny Amran and connect Jesus with this tribe, they don't connect to you how that tribe got to be the Jesus over here. Only the Blue Bible does that. So tap in with me and get y'all copy, man, because it's about to be available soon this month, but you need to get a copy now directly from me. Stop playing. Now, the reason why y'all don't understand this ancient tribe of Egypt being the tribe of the prophets, being the tribe of the gods, the tribe of the moles, and tribe of the Muslims that was ran out of Egypt and finally revealed later on in the Blue Bible is because a lot of y'all don't understand that what y'all study that y'all like to call Egyptology is not real. It comes from Napoleon. Was y'all ready for that? The shit that y'all studying that y'all call Egyptology comes from Napoleon. Napoleon, yes. The stuff y'all studying that y'all walking around wearing them purple skirts and got the eyeliner on like Shaka Amos, that shit comes from Napoleon. That does not come from the black man. I'd like for everybody to go to page 49 in their Blue Bible, please. Page 49 in the Blue Bible, please. The last paragraph is written that Napoleon could negotiate such contracts because of his occupation of Egypt. Yes, Napoleon occupied Egypt. After defeating the native Mamelukes, he converted to Islam, named himself Ali Bonaparte, and introduced the printing press to Egypt. This is the beginning of modern Egyptology. The story of Egypt is his story, not ours. Whoa, was y'all ready for that? Was y'all ready for that? The story of Egypt is his story, not ours, because he doesn't want you to know the real names of the gods. He doesn't want you to know the real signs of the gods. He doesn't want you to know Islam because he doesn't want you to eat correctly and carry yourself correctly and think correctly and reproduce, resurrect, and bring back. Because remember, to reproduce is to produce again. So we could reincarnate and resurrect the gods if we lived in the ways of Islam. If we ate correctly, prayed correctly, and moved correctly, like the sister was saying, a shout out to Angel Lion that I did the live with when she was saying, man, one of the ancients came to me and told me to deal with the sun in my prayer. Come on, man. As it says in all the teachings of Islam, the sun is not Allah, but is our representation, is the science that we use when to eat, when to fast. We use the sun. You get to Allah through the sun. They're not talking about Jesus. They're talking about the sun. They're talking about Jesus, the prophet that taught about Allah and the sun. It's a real person, not a fake person. Okay? What's fake is that Egyptology. It's because you're supposed to connect this tribe right here, the tribe that taught about the one God, and try to unite everybody with the teachings that Jesus was coming through with to try to unite everybody. Because he was trying to teach us to eat healthy, eat right, so we could be our true selves and we could give birth to the new nation of gods and reproduce our ancestors, make our ancestors alive again, produce them again, alive again. By corrupting the genetic coding, you prevent resurrections. See, a lot of people, a lot of niggas ain't looking at it this way. They're just worried about what's going on right now because we so into ourselves. The whole goal of right now is tomorrow,
right?
And yesterday, you dig?
Right.
So So what do they not want us to resurrect? They don't want us to resurrect the gods, and they know that the stuff I say, if you hear me talk, it puts a spell on you, but not a bad spell, a good spell, a God spell, the Gospels. That's why when you go to the beginning of the Blue Bible, in the introduction, it says, in 2021, Crip Jesus traveled to all four corners of the United States teaching his gospel. Godspell. Right? Now you go to chapter 12, the lost tribe of Jesus. What does it say? Hence the gospels, God spells, are not a story, they are prophecy. So gospels, God spells, good spells are spells that we put on people for good. They are when we are trying to create a prophecy. We prophesy good things and we teach them to our children, to our peers, to our friends, and we chant them over and over and over until they happen. I chanted this to become y'all Jesus.
Oh my God, it's so cozy.
So, which Jesus? We got the white dude with the outfit. We got the Chinese Jesus over here. We got the Black Power Jesus with the dreads from the hood. All of these are people taking the story of the prophet Isa and making it a myth and saying it doesn't matter what color or what picture you make him. He's all of ours. They take away the location he belongs to. They want to make it seem like he belongs to this fairy tale land. Then they take Jerusalem and say he belongs to there. No one wants to link him back as the Quran does to tell El Armana. Islam calls Virgin Mary of the Bible by her tribal name, Miriam bin Imran. Okay. So Miriam bin Imran being the tribal name. So we got to go to the Imran then. Miriam. So Imran takes you back to the Quran. Surah Al-Imran. You got to go to the third surah to even understand why they're calling her that. And you'll see that this is, you see by Surah 3, Ayat 33. You see all the symbolism there, 333, 33rd degree. Surah 3, Ayat 33 reveals to you that this is the tribe of Allah himself, going back from the prophet Adam to the prophet Enoch to all the prophets are related to Imran. But you see they spell her name Miriam instead of just Mary. Well, you see here the royal queen Miriamni the first, also called Miriamni the Hasmonean, as in the Hasmonean princess and the second wife of Herod the Great. Herod the Great is very important because Herod is the one who Virgin Mary was running from to protect her son because he did an abortion campaign. This is not fake history I'm making up. Y'all can go look this stuff up. King Herod. He was he worked for the Roman Empire, and he was doing a campaign called the Murder of the Innocents, where he was killing all the firstborn of the royal blood, including his own wife, Miriam. That's why that name is important. So her name represents a bloodline of Egyptian sons that they were killing, of the original ancient people of Egypt. Herod's fear of his rivals, the Hasmoneans, led him to execute all of the prominent members of the family, including Miriam. He even killed her eventually. His own wife. Now, Quran, Surah 3, Al-Imran. Imran is the native tribe of Egypt called Amarna in Latin. Come on. Told y'all I got this for y'all. Tribe. So why I call it, is this the tribe of the Armana people? Or why is it, see, the tribe of Jesus, because we're not in Armana no more. We been got ran out of there. So I'm talking about how we ended up just spread around. Our mothers, we are descended ancestors from there. The word tribe and nation are used interchangeably, but hold very different meanings for many native people. Tribes often have more than one name because when Europeans arrived in the Americas, They used inaccurate pronunciations of the tribal names or renamed the tribes with European names. The lost tribe of Jesus, our tribe has been renamed with European names. Some of us got kidnapped and got renamed. Some of us renamed ourselves with translating our names into Spanish and all that. We are the lost tribe of Jesus. We even remixed our own name from Isa to Jesus. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Tel El Armana is the city the tribe left empty 2,000 years ago. The tribe of Jesus. Now, am I just saying this to make a metaphor, saying the name Jesus means this and that? No, Jesus came from a family of people, y'all. He wasn't just born out the clear blue sky. Come on, man. Queen Cleopatra VII and Queen Miriam were cousins. In the year 36 BCE, before Christ's era, Cleopatra was at the height of her power. She successfully restored much of her father's empire and decided to take a trip to her newly acquired territories. Cleopatra traveled in a grand procession with many attendants. With her love of luxury and flair for the dramatic, it must have been a sight to behold. She traveled through modern-day Syria, south into present-day Lebanon, then into the land of Israel to visit King Herod, her erstwhile friend and ally. Herod was now the Roman Empire's client, king of Judea, and was letting his bloodthirsty nature have free reign. Cleopatra barely escaped with her life. He tried to murder her too, bro. This is real. This is the lost tribes of Jesus. After she fell down, we lost our names. But as I break down in the Blue Bible, that's why you got to get your copy of the Blue Bible. This is explained. It doesn't stop there. It continues. Page 72, God's wisdom. We just did God's knowledge, where we explained where it came from. The father of the tribe of Jesus, Amram, the land, Pharaoh Akhenaton. Really, Pharaoh Akhenaton is the ancestor, the great-great-great-grandfather of the lost tribe of Jesus. But now we go into God's wisdom, the mother. The name Mary and its variations, Miriam, this is page 72 of the Blue Bible, y'all. Get your copy. Go to cripjesus.com or just tap in with me directly on Twitter, Instagram, any of that stuff. You know what I mean? You can find me. Anybody that's part of the Black Illuminati that shares my material, you can contact them and they'll get it to me and get you a copy. And pretty soon it's going to be available on all platforms, trust me. But anyway, the name Mary and its variations, that's Miriam, Miriamni, Mary Ann, and we hear it down south a lot. Medea, like Maria, Medea, and we hear it down south a lot. Shame on Tyler Perry for making it a ratchet baby mama, etc., were popular amongst the tribe of the Maccabees, who controlled the Hasmonean Empire. Their story was erased from the Bible. Ethnically, she was a Canaanite. The mysteries of Egypt's original people do not end with Cleopatra and her son. The Emperor Augustus sent her daughter, Cleopatra Selene, to rule over the people of North Africa, Numidia, and West Africa, Mauritania. They were collectively known as Moors. According to the Circle 7 Quran, taught by Noble Drew Ali, they came from the kingdom of Moab. Their matriarch was the queen named Ruth in the Bible. The Moors of Mauritania were descendants of Moabites, Phoenicians, Carthaginians, Babylonians, and other Asiatic nations that migrated west. That's the bloodline. So I'll prove it to you. Jesus does not represent just some guy that was born out of his mom by himself. He has brothers and sisters. Where's his bond? Check this out. In the Holy Bible, Matthew 13:55, it is written that, is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary? And are not his brothers James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? Come on, man. They're naming his son. They're naming his whole family right there. His family was well known in the hood. They knew who his family was. They said, man, that's the carpenter's son, bro. That's whoop-de-whooping them. Because the story of Jesus is really about King Herod's massacre of the innocents and his subjects' Egyptian roots. That's why they flee and go down to Egypt in the story, to go with the Coptics, where they're hidden. And they learn the mysteries from the Coptics. And then he leaves from Egypt and goes back and teaches in India, Europe, and Africa, as is revealed in the Circle 7 Quran. But then his family it was written that his family would resurrect back to their knowledge of self and back to their powers in 2,000 years. The first one being 2,000 years after Christ, Crip Jesus. Come on, man. I'm bringing y'all all the names of all the tribes. Even Crip. Because the dudes in Chicago think that we don't know the names out here. Shame on y'all. We know the names out here too. We're all lost. Y'all lost out there in Chicago. We lost out here. We're all lost. So let's go to chapter 12, which is page 107, the knowledge of the Circle 7, knowledge cipher God. Let's go to chapter 12 of the Blue Bible. Come on, y'all. I'm going to give y'all a few seconds to go grab your Blue Bible if you ain't got one yet. Maybe you need to order one. If you do got one, go in your room and grab it real quick while we spit this.
Oh my God, it's so cozy.
Now, what a lot of people don't know is Jesus' story really has a lot to do with a lot of the freaky stuff that was going on around that time. That's why a lot of people that are sexually, mentally going on the sexual level, they always talk about how Jesus isn't having sex in his story. Where's Jesus' girlfriend at? Why does that matter? Do people talk about Malcolm X's girlfriend or Malcolm X sex or Martin Luther King? Why does it matter a great man's sexuality and his sex story? You feel me? See, this world is so sexual, and there's nothing in there that makes Jesus funny or weird or anything like that. But they want to focus on that because they want to give you the Jesus story. But Jesus' story has nothing to do with the guy who lived 2,000 years ago. Jesus' story is to show you that the man who lived 2,000 years ago, his spirit will live for 2,000 years. And it will become stronger in 2,000 years. Instead of die, it will actually come alive, even more powerful in 2,000 years, under a whole different name, under a new spell that we would create. And I'll prove this. So in the story of Jesus, his mother refused to abort him. They were all getting abortions. Same thing you see going on here in America. They got the music telling us to get abortions. They got the Planned Parenthoods on every corner. Just like Kanye West was talking about. So they want us to abort. They don't want us to produce God in the flesh. So it says right here, chapter 12, the lost tribe of Jesus, page 107 in the Blue Bible. My mother wanted to abort me. The crazy world of South Central LA in the 1980s was not a place to raise a child. In the end, she kept me and gave me the middle name Christian. According to her, it means Christ-like or to be like Christ. Whoa, man. According to her, the name. So she put a spell on me by doing that, because instead of me hearing the name Christian and thinking this religion, I got to have strong ties. I got to be loyal to this religion. My whole life, whenever I heard that word, or heard somebody say my name, or heard Christianity mentioned, I thought to myself that really means Christ-like or to be like Christ. When I saw Christians debating and arguing, I never even took them seriously, because I knew from my own mother that the word Christian means Christ-like or to be like Christ. So when I learned about God-bodyism, it made perfect sense to me, because the whole point of the teachings of the ancient Egyptians that taught Mary and her son, they were teaching them to be like the Christ consciousness, like Krishna. to be Allah in the flesh. This tradition was brought back by us later on. See, when this was ended, when the Romans came and shut down Egypt. So when the Muslims came and freed us and we started getting back to our traditions, we finally got back to our traditions and actually got to crown somebody in Egypt, Allah in the flesh. I'm gonna give y'all 30 seconds. Do y'all know the name of the man that was crowned Allah, the first man to resurrect and be crowned Allah in the flesh in Egypt, to resurrect this culture of the gods? Give y'all 30 seconds. He's revealed in the Blue Bible. So at the time of Jesus, they had just stopped this tradition. They had banned all the teachings. They didn't want nothing to do with it. You were going to get murdered if they found out you were even born. They were trying to get rid of all the sons. They found you were born as a holy bloodline, or they're coming for you. That's why they got all these new laws where they incarcerate our children at young ages, just like they did me. See, me being the resurrection of Pharaoh Isa, in 2017 is important because I caught my case when I was 17. Knowledge God. So I'm saying none of these numbers that I use in this book are on accident. So knowledge cipher God fully breaks down the identity and the science of Isa. Right now, you see right here that the question I was asking y'all was who fulfilled. Jesus was the first one to resurrect the throne after they killed off little Caesar and all that. But who was the next person after the Romans fully shut it down, when the Muslims came and took it back and brought us back into power, and we was able to get our culture and our traditions back? Who was the first ruler born in Egypt and then crowned Allah in the flesh on the Egyptian throne? This is revealed in the Blue Bible. It's right there, and I'm gonna just let y'all hear it. Y'all gotta go watch that White Slaves in Morocco with me and Cosmo L. It's more mysteries of the Blue Bible revealed there. Right here in the Blue Bible. Make sure y'all get y'all copy. Go to cripjesus.com. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe, y'all. In 1017, he, talking about Al-Hakim, y'all, was deemed Allah in the flesh by Imam ad-Darazi.
This was more like an Islamic order, right? Where you would say, so in the general Muslim kingdoms would probably not be recognizing him as Allah in the flesh. So just understanding where that's coming from, because when you're dealing with the Ismailis, you're dealing with a lot of their people came to power because of their ability to perform a lot of assassinations.
Page 47 of the Blue Bible will give you the full breakdown of Al-Hakim, who is Abu Mansur Al-Hakim B. Amir Allah. Yeah, his last name was Allah. See, we don't make this up. This ain't nothing that we just started because Father Allah in Harlem, New York. This been going on. We been the guys. Stop playing with that. Now, with that being said, let's get back to chapter 12, page 107 of the Blue Bible, the lost tribe of Jesus. My mother wanted to abort me. The crazy world of South Central LA in the 1980s was not a place to raise a child. In the end, she kept me and gave me the middle name Christian. According to her, it means Christ-like, or to be like Christ. I've never been a member of a church. My parents never allowed me to believe in Santa Claus. Now, see what I'm saying? So is what they teach us Christianity really Christianity? Or is what they teach us devil worship? What I'm teaching y'all is Christianity, the real Christians. What Vladimir Putin is trying to reveal to y'all is that y'all don't even know Christianity. Y'all don't even know nothing about Jesus. Y'all been taught about the devil, and that's why y'all mad at religion. Y'all shouldn't be mad at religion. Y'all should run to religion, real religion. Read the Bible, read the Quran, and see what it says, and then come to me and get the real science. Don't run from the word Crip. You are a Crip because you're dead. You're in a tomb waiting to be resurrected by Jesus. I've never been a member of a church. My parents never allowed me to believe in Santa Claus. My father told me Christmas Day was the celebration of Jesus' birthday. I knew young that holidays like Easter were used to hide the true identity of Jesus and his tribe. And like it just said in the PowerPoint, a tribe is a word used by the invaders to make us not recognize our nations. This is really the identity of Jesus and his nation. What's Jesus' nationality? Was Jesus not a Moor? Would he have not been part of the Moroccan Empire? Get your Moorish umbrella, or should I say, your Jesus umbrella? Oh, your Jesus umbrella. Hold up. That's deep. Okay, now it is written in Matthew 13:55 that Jesus was a carpenter's son. I chose that scripture for a reason, to show you that he had brothers and sisters, he had siblings, and he was a carpenter's son, a mason's son. Our ancestors are the ones who built this country. We built the mounds here that's known as pyramids. We built the castles and the structures here that they called the plantations and all that. They switched up later. We built stuff when we were enslaved here. We built here. We are the builders of this nation. And don't you ever forget that. So the reason why we're cursed right now is because we're not building. We were born to build. We're trying to build all these songs, smoke all these blunts, build all these gangs. We need to get back to building our nation with our siblings, not by ourselves. Everybody want to build on their own. Everybody want to be solo. We need to get back in these groups again. Next paragraph, next sentence. It is written that he began his ministry about the age of 30. Now, 30 is deeper than just the age, but the black man usually does develop and start teaching about the age of 30. That's why they always want to keep you incarcerated or in and out of jail or running around having a bunch of sex throughout your 20s. They want to capture you in your teens and corrupt you throughout your 20s, because they know that most of us start about 30, because that is the number understanding cipher. It is at 30 that your third eye opens and you see the cipher. They want you dead before 33. They used to say dead by 21. No. If they get that, they're lucky, but they want you dead by 33. It's no coincidence that Nipsey Hussle started his ministry about the age of 30 and was murdered about the age of 33. It's no coincidence that I got out and started my ministry about the age of 30, and then my homies and all the Crips in LA tried to basically murder me at the age of 33. They tried to get rid of my name, get rid of my reputation and all that, but it didn't work. They thought they killed me, but instead they gave birth to their own God. And now a lot of people don't even remember that time. Go on my website and watch 40 days. Go to YouTube and type in Crip Jesus 40 days, 40 nights. Or go to my website and go to the Black Illuminati page, or go to the first page and you'll see 40 days, 40 nights, the documentary up there somewhere on the website. And you'll see when they tried to murder me, when they tried to kill off my name and all that. That's not a fake story. They did not love Jesus. They did not love me when I first came teaching the truth. They went against me. But you know, Allah, not me. All praises due to Allah. He activated my arm, leg, arm, head, the original black mind. It made me make y'all say my name all through the country. Jesus.
Oh my God, it's so cozy.
When I wrote that Jesus started his ministry about the age of 30, I chose a certain scripture. Remember, the same story is repeated 4 times in the Bible. The Gospels, the good spells, the God spells. Because half of them, the first 2, Matthew and Mark, are dealing with the higher self. Then Luke and John are dealing with the lower self. That's why in the first one, he's born in the castle and visited by 3 kings. And then the other ones, he's born in the manger and visited by 3 wise men. He's poor. These are both prophecies of what the original man would go through later on in life. But with all that being said, we see right here in Luke 3:23, it is written, traces the earthly ancestry of Jesus, apparently focusing on direct family lines. That is, Luke might be following literal birth rather than by legal means, such as adoption. Scholars differ on the precise meaning of these lines, but a common interpretation is that Luke is establishing Mary's ancestry. So it's also dealing with his mother's bloodline. The first one's dealing with his father's bloodline. Yeah. But the point is, it says that he started his ancestry about the age of 30. His ancestry, his ministry. What was Jesus' ministry? Okay, Jesus was part of a certain order. It's written that he was of the order of who? Do y'all know the order of what? Okay, I hope y'all down in the comments, because Jesus was a priest according to the order of Melchizedek. Yes, he was part of a secret society, not Masonic, no, occultic, esoteric order. The Masons are our students, they come later. In Christianity, Christians believe that Jesus is the Messiah spoken of as a priest forever in the order of Melchizedek, Psalms 110:4. And so Jesus plays the role of the king priest once and for all. Well, Melchizedek is the priest, the king priest of Salem. You see here in North America, there's a lot of cities named Salem where they killed witches, where those cities were really named Salem. And they were modeled after the same city where Melchizedek taught. Melchizedek is a Greek name coming from the Hebrew Malachi Zedik. Those are not how we talk. Those are not the original sounds. So even Malachi Zedek is a mixed Hebrew tongue, which is mixed with the white tongue in the original Asiatic tongue. In the original Asiatic tongue is Malik Sadiq. Malik Sadiq. Shout out to the guy, King 7 Allah, known as Malik Sadiq. Malik Sadiq is the ruler and the man who started this order and was the ruler of Salam, one of the original teachers of ancient Islam. And that is the order of the master teachers who initiated not only just Abraham, but even the one named Jesus. And is revealed in the power degree, the 1 through 14, the 5th degree, that Jerusalem was built by Jebus, Ariel, and Salem. Salem is Salam. They're talking about Malik Sadiq. He was a teacher in Jerusalem, the city of Salam. Yes. And it was invaded later on by King David and them. They are not the true people. As it says in the 5th degree of the 1 through 14, it says right there that it was originally called Jebus. Now, why does the 5th degree of the 1 through 14 call Jerusalem that it belonged to or was originally built by a man named Jebus? Because it was. Ariel is the one who did the architecture building there. Jebus is the one who actually gave birth to the people that were there that built it, the family. Right here in the book of Chronicles, chapter 11, verse 4, it says that David and all of Israel went to Jerusalem. It was the old Jebus where the Jebusites live. The citizens of Jebus told David, no trespassing. You can't come here. David came on anyway and captured the fortress of Zion, the city of David. So Zion does not belong to him. It belongs to us, the Canaanites, the original, the Jebusites. They captured that. We are the people of Jerusalem, not because we're the Jerusalemites or the Israelites. We're the Palestinians. We're the real ones. They're the ones that stole it. Even King David is a foreign invader occupier. So now that you understand that, let's go back to the Blue Bible. And with all that being explained, that's not why I put Luke 3:23. That's one of the reasons. I also put that because of the Masonic symbol. In Masonry, it's really only 3 degrees you get. So you start at 30. Then you go to 31, 32, and you graduate at 33 to a Shriner. And from there, you go into all the other stuff. In our secret teachings with the Sufism, you would have to cross over the waters and become an adept of the Egyptian teachings. You would become a noble, not a Mason, not a Shriner, not any of that stuff, not a master. So all them people using them titles, don't believe them. They are not a noble. They are not of what noble prophet, noble Drew Ali. He wasn't just said that because he was religious or he was holy. He actually went over there and blindfolded himself and went through the initiation and walked through the Sphinx and came from under the pall and was crowned a prophet. Just like in 1017, Al-Hakim was crowned Allah in the flesh. Only these teachings can be given to you by the blue God, the true God, Crip Jesus.
Oh my God, it's so cozy.
Now, next, it says in the Blue Bible, page 107, it is written that he taught ye are gods. John 10, 30-33. I just explained what the 30-33 is. The 333 and all that. Now, knowledge cipher is the 10th alphabet, which is the letter J, which is justice, which is the real meaning of Jesus. Jesus means justice, which in America is just us. Is the reward or penalty given based on one's actions, given as a consequence or as a reward for one's actions. Without justice, we are just ice and frozen at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You got to break from the 32 degree to the 33rd degree to even get to the fire in the science. This is where Sufism begins. This is the higher sciences brought to you by Crip Jesus, the blue God, given instructions by G-Body Mujahid El Allah himself. Y'all not ready for this, man. And I'm sorry to reveal my source, but I had to reveal my source because I got to tell y'all, the 10th letter of the alphabet is the letter J, which is where the secret is here. And the letter J is our justice, which is just us. It's not a man that lived 2,000 years ago. And if we give the proper reward or penalty based on one's actions, that is justice. We can't just kill all the white people because of what their grandparents. It doesn't work like that. We have to give justice amongst ourselves, the white, the black, the brown, the red. And the only way to get to justice is through love, truth, peace, and freedom. Then you get justice. That's why it's the 5th jewel in the 12 jewels of Islam. It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, and then justice. If you go to the more science, it's love, truth, peace, freedom, then justice. If you come to the blue God, the true God, he will tell you that the 10th alphabet is the letter J. And in that letter J is our justice, which is just us. Just us being righteous, which means giving the penalty or reward based on one's actions. That ain't just mean be good, man. That means even if you're dealing with a woman and she's not living righteous, you got to cut her off, dog. You got to give her the penalty or the reward based on her actions. You can't reward that bullshit. All that bullshit that we keep rewarding. Twerk, 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 girl. Disrespect your parents. Yeah, be evil, girl. And we keep rewarding it, taking pictures with them, congratulating it and co-signing it. That's why we find ourselves in this hell. That's why we find ourselves stuck in this trance with all our men stuck in the trance, telling the women that they better women than them. That's a trance that they're stuck in. Why? Because we're not giving the proper penalty or reward based on their actions. And without that, we are just ice and frozen at the 32 degrees. What's that 32 degrees we're frozen at? That's the Freemason teachings that we're frozen at over here. That's why we always want to get our knowledge from a movie or a cartoon. Did you know this movie or this cartoon is really about this? You want to learn the way the Masons teach it to you. But once you come get initiated and learn the way the guys teach it, that part. Okay? So after that is tip that ye are gods. Chapter 10 of John, verse 30 through 33. Now in John, you have the letter J. So if you take the J off the an, and you realize that it's Johannum or Johnny or Jean, you find out that it's really Anu. This is the scriptures of the Anus. This is looking at Isa from the Anu point of view. If you take the J off the Jesus, you get Isa. That is his real name when you go to the Coptics. The Egyptians that Constantine learned from when he took the teachings of Isa to Europe, these are the languages and the teachings that are used by Vladimir Putin in them. That's why they're trying to show us that they know who the real Jesus tribe is. Isa, the original name for Jesus. The English name Jesus derives from the late Latin name Isus, which transliterates from the Koine Greek name Isus. Yahshua in the Wikipedia.org. So they put Yahshua, but that's not the name because Yahshua is using the Greek Y. The Greek Y, y'all. The Greek Y takes you to which alphabet is that? The 25th. The 25th alphabet. Which when you do the math on wisdom power 25, it gives you the number 7, which is the number of perfection, God in the flesh. But with that being said, the Y is Greek. And the traditions of Jesus and his name been around long before even him. His name was passed down to him. So it wasn't Yahshua. That's Hebrew, a mixed tongue. They might have called him Yahshua over there in Palestine when he went back over there. But this name he was given was Isa. Before the Y, you see the I there. And what's I in the alphabet? Islam. So this was the Islam Zeus, the Islam God. Man, let me drink some water, man. Got the hiccups. Who published the first Quran? Muslims before that Muhammad believed that Muhammad continued to have revelations until his death in 632 AD. According to Islamic tradition, the Quran was first compiled into a comprehensive book by Abu Bakr. So when he compiled it, they used the term Isa. Well, before he compiled it, Isa, proper noun, Isus, archaic spelling of Jesus, the archaic spelling. So it's not even just about, they've been spelling it like that, Isa. So when they compiled the Quran under Abu Bakr, they was just putting in there how the people call him that in the black lands. The original Nicene Creed, the first adopted at the first council of Nicaea in 325. That's the council where Constantine came and learned Christianity. So for y'all to be saying the white man created Jesus and Christianity at the council of Nicaea, how many of y'all say that stuff and don't even go read and study the council of Nicaea? Exactly. So at this council, he sat with the Coptics and learned. The term Coptic is derived from the Greek Egyptos, which means Egyptian. When the Arabs arrived in Egypt, the 7th century, they called the Egyptians Kipt. Thus, the Arabic word Kipt came to mean both Egyptians and Christians. The term orthodoxy here refers to the preservation of the original faith by the Copts, who throughout the ages defended the old creed against the numerous attacks aimed at it. The Coptic Church was established in the name of Jesus Christ by Saint Mark, the evangelist, in the city of Alexandria, that's in Egypt, around 43 years after Jesus, not 300 and something years like the Europeans. The church adheres to the Nicene Creed. Saint Athanasius, did I just tell y'all Athanasius? He's the one that taught Constantine. He lived 296 years after Jesus. He's the 20th pope. St. Mark is 43 years. He's before St. Peter and all that fake stuff that y'all believe in. Come on, man. I'm giving y'all the real names, the real science. We got to go through anthropology. So let's go back to page 107 of the Blue Bible, and let's go into this anthropology. Most people like to use the Bible to get into the anthropology of Jesus. Okay. So since the letter J, we're still in the third paragraph, since the letter J did not exist until 1524, a man named Jesus never did any of this. Hence, the Gospels, God's spells, are not a story. They are a prophecy. They're not a story. The four Gospels are not stories. They're God's spells. These are spells that we wrote down long ago, so we would chant them through the 2,000 years and keep this going, because we knew that the God Christ within us would be killed. So we kept these stories to keep us alive. That's why in some of the New Testament, he's hung on crosses. In some of the New Testament, he's hung on trees. We've been hung on both to fulfill the prophecy. It is written that he would teach. He's written that he would do all. You got to read the chapter 12, the lost tribe of Jesus, man. For all y'all that got the Blue Bible that ain't made it to chapter 12 yet, don't just skip to it, but call my phone, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and hit me up to study this so we can make it to chapter 12 so you can understand chapter 12 when you get there. Okay? It's getting that deep, y'all. So let me get y'all again. I am Crip Jesus, author of the Blue Bible, leader of the Black Illuminati. That is hashtag the Black Illuminati. Go look for that on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. If you don't see it, then start putting in. This is a job I got for y'all, for all divine family. Take all of my content, take clips of it, posts, sayings I say, like if I say the Blue Bible, put hashtag the Black Illuminati under it, or hashtag the Black Illuminati. Let's get this hashtag the Black Illuminati cracking on all the platforms. Come on. Hashtag the Black Illuminati. We've been going for 40 months straight. That's 3 years and 4 months. It's been 40 months straight of us bringing higher level consciousness to the trenches of the streets, to the gangbangers, the prisoners, the prostitutes. We've been teaching them for 40 months straight. Alhamdulillah. So y'all can come holler at me on Twitter, Crip Jesus Blue God, CRIPJESUSBLUGOD. Holler at me on Instagram, HOLYCRIPJESUS at Holy Crip Jesus. Don't play with it, man. Let's get with it. And welcome y'all all to the Black Illuminati. We finna finish this first page. This is barely the first page of the Lost Tribe of Jesus. We finna finish this and finish this presentation and show y'all the real. When you're a black man in America, you gotta make something out of nothing, baby. You gotta wiggle, you gotta move, you gotta finesse, you gotta tap in. That part. Gold chains, heads wrapped like a Saudi, tap in with the lokes. We the Black Illuminati, we be posted at Leimert Park, hustling, catching bodies. A dripping OT, thirsty peaches flew to Saudi. Money schemes, my niggas had dreams of riding Bugattis. Now it's 4-finger rings supreme with kings around me. Watch me turn the metaphysical to physical. It's not just lyrical, it's literal. These guns get rid of you, the spiritual. Spit out, let drip off a nigga lip, but get up in you and rip you up like 100 hollow tips. Bismillah, Iraq, Rahim, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Elijah Muhammadeen. Had a dream last night on some other shit. Farrakhan and Malcolm X pulled up in the mothership, talking about UFOs, black kings and queens that was rich as fuck, swimming in pools of gold. But niggas like you don't wanna hear that though. You were descended of one of them snitches or dudes that told the white man about all the fucking Jews and gold. And that's how everybody in the crew got sold. Fucking blabber mouth, I don't like his type. Pull that ratchet out, we tapping in. All these bitch niggas doing is tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out. Gold chains, heads wrapped like a Saudi, tap in with the lokes. We the Black Illuminati.
No, you see that one? Yeah.
Oh, we back at it.
That's that one, yeah. Back at it. In the hood entertainment. You feel me?
Night, man.
That part.
You never know what's gonna bring.
See, I ain't know if it's in the hood music, in the hood clothes. That's where they go. In the hood entertainment. It's in the hood entertainment.
It's everything.
I don't do belief. I don't do opinion. We do math and science over here. So the science to study a name or a people and all that's anthropology. Let me prove it to you. Anthropology is the systematic study of humanity with the goal of understanding our evolutionary origins, our distinctiveness as a species, and the great diversity in our forms of social existence across the world and through time. So you got to go all the way back to Tut to really understand who Jesus is and who his people are on the anthropological level. You feel what I'm saying? On the anthropological level, this is how far you got to go. You got to go with Tut. I'm going to tell you why. Because as it's explained in the Blue Bible, it's the fall of King Tut that got them basically drove out of Egypt and into the position they're in now. Okay. It was after the fall of King Tut that the city of Akhenaton was over. This is when the daughter of Pharaoh Akhenaton, Merit-Aten, leaves and goes to Europe. This is the beginning of the tribe of Jesus, because they fill up that whole Mediterranean area after that. Right? Now, most people are going to tell you about the tribe that's described in the Bible going back to Adam. And they're going to say Jesus is the second Adam. Well, if you're looking at it on a scientific level, like Atum, the original Adam that they call in Egypt, Atum, A-T-U-M, or in the 5% nation, Allah, the original man, A-T-O-M. But the Adam in the Bible is a different Adam. And we must deal with the science to understand that. Now, let's go back to the Blue Bible. Let me break that down to you. According to chapter 12, page 107, since the letter J did not exist until 1524, a man named Jesus never did any of this. Hence, the Gospels God spells are not a story, they are a prophecy. According to the Quran, Surah 3, Ayat 33, our prophet known as Isa was a child of the Beni Amran tribe. This tribe produced Moses and my great ancestor, Princess Merit-Aten, daughter of Pharaoh Akhenaton. So the Adam that's related to the Amram in them, that's not the Adam that is in this corrupted Bible. That's their Adam, Atom, the original man. Adam, gardener, like the free gardeners who were before the Freemasons. Adam is the name given in Genesis 1 through 5 to the first human. Beyond its use as the name of the first man, Adam is also used in the Bible as a pronoun, individual as a human, and in the collective sense as mankind. Born, Garden of Eden. Children, Cain, Seth, Abel, blah, 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 blah. Now, the point is that these people born in the garden and kicked out, that got fooled by the serpent, that went off and made all these other people and got names from us, as it says in Genesis 32, verse 28. These are not the same people as our people. These are the ones who stole the teachings of the tribe of Jesus. Now, in Genesis 5, it says, this is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. This is a whole nother creation. This is the third creation. You have the creation in chapter 1, the creation in chapter 2. Then those people are kicked out. Then you got the creation in chapter 5 of these new people. And right there in the King James Version of the Bible, you had that picture right there. That picture was a picture of Adam and Eve getting initiated into a Masonic ritual. Does anybody know what that ritual was? ritual was the same ritual Adam 22 just did that they want everybody else to do. Share your wife. The serpent that went in her head is the Naga, the NRG. It's the female lower self, just like the male lower self is powerful. But however, the female, because she deals with emotion more, she's the one that will always convince the man, that will be able to convince the man more than even another man to go against the ways of Allah. You got to watch that. And it is the evil man that will take that convincing and even try to teach it to others, like an Adam. But this is not just any Adam. The reason why he's connected to these Adams who practice Grand Masonry, see, I said Grand Masonry, that practice Freemasonry and dealt with the Bible and corrupted it and changed it back to their bloodline, is because look at his name. His name is Adam John Grand Mason. More commonly known as Adam 22, is an American podcaster and YouTuber. He is best known for being the creator and host of pop culture oriented podcast No Jumper. That's me right there. I know what I'm talking about because I know him. He didn't think I was going to figure this out about him, though. He's named after the founder of the Illuminati. Not the real Illuminati that I call the Black Illuminati, the white man's Illuminati, John Adam Wissop. He's named Adam John. John Adam Wissop is the creator. He was a German philosopher, professor of civil law, and later canon law, and the founder of the Illuminati, Adam Wissop. That's who Adam 22, your favorite YouTuber, is named after. Do I make this stuff up, y'all? I can't make this stuff up, y'all. This is the real. Okay? Now, here goes a picture of what the Grand Masons were up to. This goes back to the beginning of this book. If you go back to the beginning of this video, I talk about how Egyptology was started by Napoleon. Yes, it was. This is why Adam 22 and his Grand Mason family are very dangerous, because they are the ones who plotted on stealing all of the Egyptian history and all of our identity from us. Okay? Now, who told him to steal this from us? Did he just come up with this idea by himself, or was this a long scheme to turn us into devils and turn themselves into gods over the devils? Okay, well, check this out. Let's get deeper. Let's go to chapter 6 of the Blue Bible, which is page 39. Okay, it says, and I quote, when the Caucasian says Adamites, does anybody here know who the Adamites are? Okay, y'all got 30 seconds to say who the Adamites are. So the Adamites are a group of people that look just like Adam 22, but they were all over North Africa around the time that Constantine and them were converting to Christianity, and were learning about Christianity and learning about the prophets and all of that. And they called themselves the new Adam and Eve, and they ran around naked and they did all this freaky stuff and tried to initiate people into all this freaky sexual stuff, saying these are the ways of the free people. The originally Adam and Eve were naked and running around and free and all this weird stuff. Those are the Adamites, and they claim to be the original man Adam, but they're not. This is where Adam 22 and them get their whole culture from. Okay. Now, page 39, chapter 6, the Blue Bible. Get y'all a copy of the Blue Bible, man. Stop playing. When the Caucasian people of Adam first came into Egypt, they were looking for Luxor, the city they heard so many myths about. It is similar to when the YouTuber Adam 22 went to Chicago to visit the notorious O Block. It wasn't until after my No Jumper interview that I began to study Adam 22. I immediately noticed his devilish ways and his family name, Grand Mason. He is of a family of men who taught Napoleon to shoot the nose off the Sphinx in Africa. They endorsed the decapitation of our ancestor, King Louis XVI. His family was, and most likely still is, affiliated with the Illuminati. Beyond its reputation in pop culture, the Illuminati is a dangerous fraternity created in Germany by a man named Adam Weishaupt in 1776. Their popularity has grew in the last 20 years since the release of the book and movie The Da Vinci Code. Prior to that, Europe's most popular fraternity was the Freemasons. Meanwhile, the United States' most popular fraternity is the Ku Klux Klan. So before the Ku Klux Klan and before the Illuminati, the Masons were already around. And a group of Grand Masons that were running around with Napoleon, teaching him to shoot the nose off the Sphinx so they could come up with this whole Illuminati scheme that they got going today, where Adam 22's grandparents, nigga, y'all can't say I don't got the hot heat. The blue God is here to teach y'all the truth. And here goes one of his grandfathers right there on the right. It says, Luis Loizea de Grand Mason. That's Luis, Louis, Loizea, Loyzeau, they, de, Grand Mason, Grandmaison. Go ahead and look that up and see that Adam 22 is his grandchild, nigga. So the whole point of them shooting the nose off the Sphinx is to do shit like this, to take the story of the real gods of Akhenaten and remix it and make it mysteries about people like mysteries and myths named Moses. But if you go to chapter 8 of the Green Bible, History versus Mystery, you will see that Moses is a tribe of people that have been stolen from our history. If history is his story, then mystery is my story. According to his story, the people of Adam are the people of Moses. According to my story, the people of Adam were the slaves of the people of Moses. Come on, man. Now let's go back to page 39 of the Blue Bible, and you will see that it says in the last paragraph, after defeating the native Mamelukes, Napoleon converted to Islam, named himself Ali Bonaparte, and introduced the printing press to Egypt. This is the beginning of modern Egyptology. The story of Egypt is his story, not our story. Well, check this out. What did Napoleon discover while in Egypt? On the scientific front, the expedition eventually led to the discovery of the Rosetta Stone, creating the field of Egyptology. So the whole field of Egyptology is based on Napoleon discovering the Rosetta Stone and them translating what they wanted from the gods and taking out what they wanted and translating. That was the first version of the Bible, Egyptology. That's what y'all studying. Egyptian lies based on our ancestors. Akhenaten's brother, Thutmose. However, Akhenaten's brother was not an exception. In fact, the name Moses was a hallmark of the 18th dynasty, royal bloodline. I told y'all, that's the Beni Amram bloodline. They're all Moses. Moses, Amotep, Thutmose, Ra Moses. There's plenty of Moses amongst them. Nefertiti. These are the gods and goddesses that they don't want you to know. The tribe of Jesus goes back to these people. Nefertiti. Akhenaten. The Coneheads movie. Come on, y'all. This is too many mysteries. Yakub, the Coneheads and Akhenaten and Nefertiti both parallel with that of Yakub's royal family. Come on, man. I can't make this stuff up, bro. Is the story of Yakub the real story of the lost ancestors of Jesus who were big head scientists that created the white man? This is why the white man celebrates our religion so much. Are we really his gods? This is too deep, man. King Tut was made a martyr, so much so that he introduced belief in resurrection and life after death. This was confirmed by a painting on the wall of his burial chamber, showing him rising from the dead. It is also important to mention that Tut had an elongated skull like the rest of the immediate family. Well, not only did Tut rise from the dead through me, but he rose through the dead because Tut was actually hidden from history. And he had one of the only few tombs that was found untouched because they hid him from history. So when the Arabs was coming through stealing everything, they couldn't get to his stuff. And he was resurrected as one of the most popular pharaohs now today. That's why it's so much jewelry of him. Man, we can't make this stuff up. It's all in the blue Bible, the true Bible. Now, a lot of these people over here saying that all of this happened in America. No, this happened across the water in Africa, but it came from America. You got to go to chapter 11, Makkah, in the blue Bible. I don't got enough time to break that all down today. Just let y'all know I had fun with y'all and come back to learn more about the blue Bible, the true Bible. I hope y'all learned a lot about the lost tribe of Jesus. We out of here.
You know, when you're a black man in America, you gotta make something out of nothing, baby. You gotta wiggle, you gotta move, you gotta finesse, you gotta tap in. That part. Gold chains, heads wrapped like a Saudi. Tap in with the lokes. We the black Illuminati. We be posted at Lamert Park, hustling, catching bodies. A dripping OT. Thirsty peaches flew to Saudi. Money schemes, my niggas had dreams of riding Bugattis. Now it's 4-finger rings supreme with kings around me. Watch me turn the metaphysical to physical. It's not just lyrical, it's literal. These guns get rid of you, this spiritual. Spit out, let drip off a nigga lip, but get up in you and rip you up like 100 hollow tips. Bismillah, Iraq, Rahim, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Elijah Muhammadeen. Had a dream last night on some other shit. Farrakhan and Malcolm X pulled up in the mothership, talking about UFOs, black kings and queens that was rich as fuck, swimming in pools of gold. But niggas like you don't wanna hear that though. You were descended of one of them snitches or dudes that told the white man about all the fucking Jews and gold. And that's how everybody in the crew got sold. Fucking blabbermouth, I don't like his type. Pull that ratchet out, we tapping in. All these bitch niggas doing is tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, tapping out. Gold chains, heads wrapped like a Saudi. Tap in with the lokes. We the black Illuminati.
So you see that one? Yeah.
Oh, we back at it.
That's that one, yeah. Back at it. In the hood entertainment. You feel me?
Another night, man.
That part.
You never know what's gonna bring.
See, I ain't know if it's in the hood music, in the hood clothes. That's where they go. In the hood entertainment. It's in the hood entertainment.
It's everything.
And don't forget to go to cripjesus.com and get your copy of the Blue Bible.